Okay, good day out there. Great to have all 90 guys out on the field, in the meeting rooms, working really hard. So it was a good day of guys competing. They took care of each other. It was a safe and competitive environment. Got a lot of work done, and that's really what we're here to do. So to finish off our off-season program, we have this mandatory minicamp. We're going to make sure we take advantage of these days, take advantage of all these meetings, and try to continue to get better. That's really our focus. So with that, I'll take any questions.
Kevin, a couple of your players have been robbed. What do you say to the team? I mean, he just gets his Greg just gets his car stolen, so it wasn't like he was like in the wrong.
Yeah, no, I mean, first, as you know, it's an active investigation ongoing, so I can't comment much other than to say, I'm glad our guys are okay. I want all of our community to be safe. The Cleveland Police has been outstanding. Chief Drummond and I spoke yesterday. We want everybody to be safe, and we want to get violent people off of our streets.
Kevin, how are the players doing today? That had to be a little bit scary going through that.
Yeah, again, I don't want to comment too much other than to say, yeah, this is something that we take very seriously. Obviously, our organization, our players are aware of things that we got to make sure we're doing to keep ourselves safe, but we just will continue to educate our guys, and then, in this particular instance, I'm really happy that those guys are okay.
What did you think, Garrett, now that he's here? Does he look like the old Garrett?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Miles he always takes very good care of himself, works very hard in the offseason, so he looks like the normal Miles to me.
Is that as good as you've seen Deshaun look in a 7-on-7 drill that we just watched?
Yeah, I mean, I think you always got to be real careful. Former defensive back speaking now. 7-on-7 is geared to the offense. You should complete balls in 7-on-7. I'm the head coach, not the offensive head coach.
Kevin, saw Jakeem out there fielding some punts. Just his progress and how good is it to see him, get to that stage of the recovery?
Yeah, he's coming along. He works really hard. Still working hard in the meeting room. Even though he's not taking reps out here, he's still a major part of it. And then able to slowly bring him along with the return game. And Jakeem's a pro. I love having him around, and he's working really hard.
Coach, what's at the top of the priority to-do list this week?
Yeah, I think there's a bunch of things, Tom. I think for us, this whole offseason is about building a foundation, and that's foundational fundamentals, techniques, schemes, relationships, all those things. So in order to get where you want to go in the season, you got to make sure that you spend this offseason not skipping any steps. So this mini camp is really the final step in our offseason program. So every one of these meetings, every one of these periods, every one of these walkthroughs are important to us. Every rep has to count.
Kevin, you mentioned the pace earlier. What are those conversations to the players about where it obviously can't be full go, but you still need to see work?
Yeah, we constantly talk about it. I'll tell you, it's really hard. It's hard on the guys up front. There will be a time, and it will be in July and August when we have pads on, where you can come off the ball and it looks like football. When you're in helmets and based on the rules where they do not want contact with the helmet or the shoulders, they don't want contact at the point of attack, and that's agreed upon between the PA and the NFL. So we just want to abide by those rules. So it's not perfect. I know it's hard from a mentality standpoint for, again, guys up front, but we can get a lot of work done from an alignment and assignment standpoint in these drills.
Kevin, is this car theft thing an opportunity for you to kind of tell the guys another cautionary tale for where they are and when they're there and how to be safe for themselves?
Yeah, I think, as you can imagine, Mary Kay, everything that we see in our game there's things that you always try to teach off of. I take things from the headlines every day to teach off of. So an instance like this, again, I want to reiterate that I'm happy our guys are okay. This is a violent crime, and we got to make sure that those people aren't on our streets. But we can always use opportunities to educate.
Is Anthony Shorts battling an injury?
Yes.
What is?
I'm not going to get into specifics, but he was out there today.
Amari went up and got one in the end zone today. Just what can you say about the progress he's made coming back from that core muscle surgery?
Yeah, Daryl, since he got out there and started doing Indy, he honestly looked exactly like the old Amari to me, which is a guy that works really hard, comes off the ball with explosive movement, catches everything. So he's looked like himself. We just are going to be real smart about how we bring him along.
Donovan had
couple more?
a couple of catches in the back of the end zone where he got his feet down and had to field awareness there. Again, it's 7-on-7s, I know that, but I mean, that's what you want to see in 7-on-7s.
Yeah, and as you know, Donovan's such a trustworthy target for the quarterbacks. He's always exactly where he needs to be from a route perspective, from a depth perspective, and then to have ball skills like he does and throw it to a spot where only he can get it, and he has the wherewithal to get his feet down. So, Donovan, I think we talk about him like he's a young player. He's a pro now, and that's kind of what pros do.
Kevin, what have you thought of Tillman? I think he made the one nice catch.
Yeah, I think Ced's done a nice job. I think, like all of our rookies, he's swimming at times. We're throwing a lot of information at them. He's very, very, very intelligent, so he's getting it. But it's a lot, and we want them to – we don't want to give them just pieces of it. We want to give them everything and just make them feel how much they have to work at this thing. So a lot of our rookies, Ced included, are inundated with information and meetings, and he's doing a really nice job. I think you saw, like you mentioned, I mean, that's his physical trait, the ability to just go body it up and go get the football, and Dorian and he have been doing that for a long time. But I think Ced's doing a really, really nice job, and like a lot of our rookies, he's learning.
What do you like the idea of putting Zadarius Smith inside? How does that maximize your?
Yeah, I think Coach Schwartz and our defensive staff, you're always looking for matchups and to have versatility among that front. I mean, really all of our DNs can rush inside, and that allows you game by game to move the pieces around as you see fit.
Hey, Kevin,
Close this out, Nate.
Speaking of Schwartz, do you see a common thread between like what he and Bubba Ventrone are bringing to your team as coordinators?
I don't know that there's a common thread. I mean, obviously two guys that I think very highly of, the people and the coaches. I think they're doing a really nice job with their units. And like all of us, we're just trying to focus on the work here and focus on, minicamp number one. And I know Coach Schwartz and Coach Ventrone and the offensive staff want to get back in there and make a bunch of corrections and be better tomorrow.